Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for 90 Day Fiance the Other Way, season 2, episode 17 and stuff. Okay. If you have not done so already, take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird. I need to make this one little thing. I need to make one recording of me saying, because sometimes I just don't be feeling like it. It is 1:13 in the morning. Become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Like, comment, share, subscribe, relax, relate, release, inhale, exhale, honey, all of that. Okay, honey, all of that. I'm gonna make one good one and keep using it because I ain't got time. Sometimes I be like, I don't feel like it. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, get it together. First up, Brittany and Yazan. Okay, Brittany is still out here playing games or whatever. She has not went back. But no, she has not gone back, proper English. She has not gone back to Jordan just yet. Instead, when she left Chicago, where her mama, she went back to Florida. Okay, now she brings up how I told Yazan, you know, saying that before I come back, I need him to, you know, be able to get a place for us to stay. Okay, that he can pay for. Okay, work so he can support me and him, and I need him to pay for my plane to get there. Those aren't hard asks. It's really not. But I mean, it is when you're somebody else's wife. I'm gonna say that. But she brings up because she said that to him, he need more time to get those things done, so they gave her more time to do what? File for divorce or whatnot. Look, I'm all for making sure that if you're moving to another country for a person, that they can sustain your cost of living, okay? That you won't be out there destitute and broke. Okay, you want them to be able to do something with themselves. I think that's a good thing. But y'all ain't gonna work out, mama. It's just not gonna happen or whatever. So, because she's been waiting for him to get things together, whatever, her court date for her divorce is next week. So she did good, okay? Anyway, Yazan, I've been working as a taxi driver. I've been working as a barber in a barber shop and whatnot. I'm trying to do everything I can to make money, you know what I'm saying, for her, because I love Brittany. I think he loved her, but I also think he realized they have a lot at stake that ain't gonna work out. But I feel like neither one of them want to be the one to like say it's over, so they keep just torturing each other, saying what they need from one another. I'm gonna leave that be and whatnot. But he has worked so much that he was able to get her a ticket back to Georgia. He sent her money to get her a ticket to come back to see him. So on the little phone with they little FaceTime and whatnot, and he like, you know, I've changed so much, you know, saying I've done so much, whatever. I love you so much. I've been through so much since you've been gone, I'm saying, but I need you to know I'm not a whole rich millionaire. I'm not rich like that. Okay, I'm not. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you be asking me for all these things. But all I'm asking for is a roof over our head. I want the basics. And she do want the basics, but I feel like her basics could also be, I want you to do all these things and I ain't gonna do nothing. And maybe that's what he think. Like he think he has to make even more money to support her. And I mean, it depends on how much her wigs cost over there. I mean, wouldn't it be cheaper? The hair that she wear, her hair look like it comes from there, so maybe she can get a little discount. Anyway, he brings up, I've lost so much, you know, to be with you. I've lost like everything, and you haven't lost anything, okay? And now the phone keeps hanging up, but I think, you know what I'm saying, he's in a foreign country, could be with that. So, you know, she like, he act like he's a victim. He said he's always saying he went through this and he went through that. You know, like he's the only one sacrificing. I also will be, you know what I'm saying, leave my family and my home, so I'm sacrificing too. Again, y'all ain't gonna make it. It ain't gonna work. Okay, it ain't gonna work at all. Just walk away now. Now, as she's sitting there on FaceTime, whatever, somebody, a stranger, walks past and say, "Oh, you're absolutely beautiful," which he hears. You're sick. You're sitting up there. You're always showing your boobs because the dress she has on, you know, it's a little loose flowing thing and whatnot, and she got no bra on. So, you know, I changed myself. I changed things about myself. I've lost things about myself. Whatever. I need you to change too, and you should know what to change. And she's like, I don't know what you mean. So he hangs up the phone. Girl, this look. You sometimes have people who culture is different. They may not make it, but you hope they will. I feel like they both just wanted to be on TV. Like, this can't be real. It just can't. It can't. It's some bullshit afoot or whatnot. Now, she then gonna meet with her friend on the beach or whatever later on, and her divorce has not been it's final. So the judge signed off and said she's a divorced woman. She is no longer out here committing adultery or whatever. So, because my divorce is final now, I can now go back to Jordan or whatever. But I'm concerned about me and him. If I should be with him based on our differences, I'm over these two. It's like y'all keep having the same conversation about the same differences that neither one of y'all want to change. You don't want to convert to Muslim, to Islam. He don't want you to be out here, naked on the internet. But neither one of y'all is willing to do it for the other one. You don't want to. Well, he wants her to convert and stop being so naked, and she just wants him to stand up to his family, and he kind of won't do that. I'm like, girl, I don't care, but I'm gonna go back to Jordan and tell him that he has to, speak up for me and stand up to his parents, or it's over. And I'm like, girl, have fun with it. I don't care. Don't get lost on the flight. Jenny and Sumit. They don't want to look. Jenny and Sumit sitting around giggling about their sex life. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about Jenny dominate. I'm like, why is y'all having this conversation? Who asked y'all this? Did y'all just volunteer this? Girl, I don't know. Anyway, she then gives him a promise ring. It's a ring that she bought here in the States, but she gave it to him because I want him to know that I am all his. I am here for him. Okay, I am all his. He like, oh, yeah, we should wait until a ring ceremony. I want to wait until that because I want it to be special. Which makes her feel like, oh, he don't, he's not appreciative of my ring that I just gave him. And I'm like, well, I mean, if y'all gonna have a ring ceremony, why give him the ring early? Why not give it to him at the ring ceremony or whatever? So she takes it back to hold it until when? The ring ceremony or whatever. He then said, I'm gonna also check with my lawyer to see if I can get engaged before my divorce is final. So I'm gonna see what he's saying, what not, to see when we can even have this whole ring ceremony or whatever. This is the luckiest day of my life. If that happens, that'd be oh so lucky that we can get engaged here in this country where we both don't have no money and we lift up my unemployment or my retirement. That's what it is. And it'll just be the best thing ever. I'm like, Jenny is a delusional old white woman. Okay, that's what she is. And the fact that she's saying, like, I can't wait for us to be married, and his eyes is fluttering. I'm like, he lying. That man's eyes is wandering for no damn reason. He lying, and she don't see it just yet. Now, Sumit later on say, Jenny, I got some bad news. And she's like, what, Sumit? What is it? Well, my wife filed them criminal charges against me, when she finally was together. And she was supposed to drop the charges once they filed her divorce and once they got the money or not, but the wife has not dropped them yet. And he said because they some serious charges, it may not be as easy to have it go away since the wife has not withdrawn them just yet or whatever. Now, she charged him or accused him of mental and physical torture during their marriage. And she not only charged him, she also put it against his parents, his siblings, everybody. I'm like, so everyone was beating your ass? Okay. He also stated she also wants $500 a month in addition to the 20 grand they already. I'm like, what? I mean, first of all, Sumit broke. Jenny was like, we can't afford that. We can't. No, we living off my retirement. We cannot afford to pay her $500. That is crazy. I'm like, what's crazy is you moved there knowing he was married and he had a girl. Jenny is like, she know all the hurdles and she feel like, I'm old. I don't have much time left. I'm going to do what I want to do to be happy. But I'm like, are you really happy? I would not be happy with a man I can't fully have. You know what I'm saying? I can't be happy with a man who I'm waiting for him to get approval from his mama and daddy. And I'm 70. Well, shit, she may be 60. I don't know. But the point is, she's old. Okay, let's just say that. Anyway, so we then see the following day, Sumit goes to court. And at the hearing, the wife and the father-in-law withdrew the charges or whatever. So the judge went ahead and dismissed them and whatnot and dropped the charges. And then they also do not have to pay the additional $500 per month because of that. And so now all you have to do is pay the remaining $10,000 from the 20-year-old or whatever. And at that point, he'll be divorced and he can then marry Jenny. I don't think they're going to make it. Because where you going to get 20 grand from? What the other 10? I don't know. But I feel like Jenny should go back home. Go back home, honey. Get a job at Walmart. At Big Lots. Does Kmart still exist? Is Kmart still a thing? I'm going to Google it later. Anyway, that was all with them. Deavan and Jihoon. Honey, mess and messier. So, they've been there together for almost a month. I'm like, I feel like every episode she say, I've been here for a month. I'm like, the time ain't progressed at all. You stuck in a matrix. So she brings about Jihoon is getting more and more responsible, you know what I'm saying? And being better and better and better. But she then say he quit his delivery job and he's went back to selling used cell phones. I said, is that more money? Is that how it works? I'm like, okay. So she then said, I'm your wife. I need to know what you do for a living, so I'm going to go with you to your job. So he's going to work with his wife. No one does. There's not ever a time when someone say, you know what? It's bring your wife to work day. That don't happen. Like, maybe at a company party. Or your wife comes to visit you for lunch. But no one like, let me bring my wife to show her what I do and how I do it in my office. I'm like, show and tell that word, girl, anyway. So she like, but I want us to be sure that he's not doing anything sketchy, because before he did all the sketchy shit and had was arrested and whatnot, so I want to be sure. So they get to, it's like a real cell phone store or whatever, that he goes and he buys the phones and then he resells them or whatnot. And she's like, yeah, so this is the phone? Is it a legal phone? Is it a stolen phone? Is it a cracked phone? Do you fix the phone? Is the phone now time? All these questions or whatever. She then says to his boss, I want to know because, Jihoon used to sell stolen phones. He was like, what? Really? He didn't know. You just snitched on your damn husband. Now, luckily for her and Jihoon, the man said, like, I didn't know that he did that, but I feel like he wouldn't do it anymore, and I trust him, so I'm going to leave it be and whatnot. I'm like, you snitched on your husband. But because she there asking 18,755 questions, he's getting, girl, be quiet, okay. She's like, well, if you buy a phone and the phone is broken or whatever, how many people want to buy a broken phone? Like, why wouldn't you fix people's phones because you can make more money that way? He like, I don't know how to do that. My thing is, if your man has a niche and he's making money from it, don't then suggest other shit that takes him out of the money making equation. You said he makes more money doing this than delivering, so don't fuck up his hustle. She just stupid. Anyway, he like, look, you just be quiet, mind your business or whatever, and take care of them kids. Leave me be now. I'm like, They then go to a little hall because they want to have a whole real wedding ceremony. I'm looking like, oh my god, I don't want this. I don't want to see it. So they pick this place. It's like a popular place there, and they have a lot of weddings within the same day. They have like 5 or 6 weddings per day. So the weddings are scheduled every hour. Their wedding will be at 11 a.m. But she don't get that at first. She's like, what's all these lockers? Like, well, because the weddings are every hour, each bride and groom gets a locker based on whatever time their wedding is. So, this is our 11 a.m. locker. She's like, this is not what I saw for my wedding day. My childhood dream was just destroyed. I was like, so you plan to marry a man from South Korea after getting knocked up after like a little one night thing? That's what you plan? You plan to move to Korea and marry? Okay. You had a fucked up dream as a child. Anyway, so they walk around or whatever, and you got 2 kids. You don't even speak the language. How did you not imagine? Okay, I'll move on. Anyway, so somehow, she's like, I want to have like a long day of the wedding or whatever. And like, with no here, you know what I'm saying? Here, the weddings are just 1 hour. Okay, that's how it is here. Well, in America, they're 3 hours. I'm like, no. No, the wedding is usually about 30 minutes. The reception is what be a few hours. I feel like you can't, if that location doesn't have a long day that y'all can have on yourself, go somewhere else. But Jihoon and his parents kind of say, in Korea, South Korea, they don't have time to be sitting around like partying for hours and hours. So usually when you have this kind of wedding, like it's like quick hour party. That's it. Well, I need to have a dance with my father, and you need to dance with your. I need that at least within an hour. He said, oh, okay. I feel like she really wants what she can usually get in America, but she wants it over there. And that's not how things go. That's just not how they work. And that's on you to figure out. Um, Armando and Kenny. Armando and Kenny, for me, I love them, but they're so boring. I think they're a great couple, but they're so boring. So they driving back from his parents' place and whatnot, and Hannah in the backseat asking questions in Spanish or whatever. Kenny don't speak Spanish, so Armando keeps having to translate to Kenny what she's saying in the questions or whatever. He like, look, either you need to learn Spanish or she need to learn English. And Kenny said, well, which one you think is easier? I do think they both should learn. I think the little girl should learn English. I also think that Kenny should learn Spanish. Okay, gonna leave that be. So they get to the house, and she's also happy her room because when before her and her dad shared like a 1 bedroom house, so she has never had her own room, and it was all set up for whatever. This is my room, and she was happy, but not. And then he reads a little bedtime story about a little girl with 2 dads. I'm like, oh, that's so cute, and that was really it. So the next day, they walking around whatever outside type shopping center or whatever there in Mexico. And Kenny then realized we have different parenting styles. Mainly because as they're walking, down the street or whatever, everything she sees she wants. I want this, I want that, I want this. Daddy. And as they're walking, he's getting her little stuff. I'm like, tell her no. Don't touch nothing. Don't look at nothing. You ain't getting shit, okay? But no. He's kind of getting her to think that he's at least acknowledging what she wants and something she's getting. And Kenny, like, I'm saying, he's getting her whatever she wants. I don't know who does that or whatever. He like, I'm the opposite. I'm more of a strict parent or whatever. So I do think it's gonna be weird when we have to start co-parenting, because again, if everything she asks for he said yes, that don't work for me. And I feel like no parent should do that. I also felt like he did it because her mom died. Okay, so they sit, they talking. You know what I'm saying? And he bring up how, with Kenny, since you aren't working right now, I think that you should go take Spanish lessons to learn how to speak Spanish. Because again, if you're somewhere, you have to learn to talk. You can't talk to my daughter, whatnot. So Kenny agrees. I think that's a good idea. So then, Hannah still, Daddy, can I have a purse? Has ice cream for that? And she's still asking more and more. So he's like, is she still asking you for stuff? Like, she's over here conning you, like bargaining for you to get her this and that. Like, that's kind of crazy. I'm saying she gets whatever she wants. Like, you're a pushover. And he said it in a very joking but serious way. Like, he was like, you're a pushover. But it wasn't like in any mean, weird way. But this aggravates Armando because, again, he's like, she deserves ice cream. He's like, she deserves ice cream? Like, how does she deserve ice cream? Like, what do you mean? And you can't get mad at me when I point things out. Well, you need to do it nicely and calm. You're like, I said it this exact same way. I've been talking the whole time. Like, I didn't say any differently with her. Well, you're saying you need to do it in a way where I take it better because of your tone. I'm looking like, clearly, he then admits in the confession that he's not used to co-parenting, and he wasn't prepared for Kenny to kind of step in as a stepdad because he's always just let her do whatever she wants. He admits, like, I know that may not be the best thing or whatever. Kenny like, look, I love you, I only want the best for her, you know what I'm saying, and I have to be able to have a say so as a co-parent. I can't just not have a say so, whatever. And Armando then, she lost her mom, you know what I'm saying? So I spoil her, and I'm all that she has, and a lot changed. So that's the reason why I just give her whatever she wants. And he said, I get that's how it started. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like doing that won't help her because the older she gets, when she does not get something, she won't know what it means to not get something. And that creates spoiled as kids, okay? You can't give a kid forever everything they want because their parent passed away. Because they will go on life thinking they deserve to get everything they want. And then you fuck around, we have a goddamn president who's a peach. Anyway, they've been agreed. It's fine. They're gonna talk and I go get some ice cream. I can't. I really feel like they're boring. Love them, but they're boring. Lastly, Ari and Biniam. I don't know how many ways and how many languages I can say that Ari ain't shit. I mean, I just know English or whatever, so Ari ain't shit. She gets on all the nerves that I have. She really should have went and got pregnant at a sperm bank because she really wants to make all the decisions for the baby as if Biniam is not the father. It's aggravating to see her white privileged ass keep saying what she wants and how it's her baby as if he isn't the fucking father. It really aggravates my spirit. I want to thump her in the nose. Anyway, so the baby was born 2 days ago. And it's time for them to go home. And so, it's like, it's so weird. You come here, you have a baby, and they just send you home to take care of it, like, without knowing what to do. I'm like, you had 9 months to take all the classes you need to take. And no one can prepare you to be a mom because all babies are different. So, girl, bye. Anyway, she then asked me, I'm like, how are we getting home? Oh, I hired a car. With no car seat, say, yeah, like here we don't have laws here that require us to have a car seat. Like you can just hold the baby really tight and that's it. And I feel like we have to understand that in some other countries, things are just done differently. And people there are safe. You can't make it seem as if, oh my God, if we don't have a car seat, the baby will die. We know it's possible to hurt the baby if you're in an accident. But a baby can get hurt in an accident if they're in a car seat. You know what I'm saying? Car seats just are for safety. We 100% get that. But the fact that she was like, how about there? And when he said, well, either it's the car or we can walk. And then the fact that she then said, I'll get in the car to go home. You can walk with the baby. I'm looking like, you want him to walk with the baby? He first said, okay, fine. I felt like she's crazy. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to leave it be. So when they leave out, she gets in the front seat. He then gets in the back seat. She like, no. I don't want you in the car. I don't want you in the car. Get out and walk. I'm like, she's stupid. Walking to me was more dangerous because again, you have him walking outside. He could trip. He can fall. He can get hit by a motorcycle. Anything can happen to him. Anything. And he's walking in the sun, holding the baby with one hand, holding the umbrella with the other hand, trying to make sure the blanket don't blow off. And the wind blowing, the sun is beating down. I'm looking like, bitch. Even he said like it's more dangerous me walk, baby. The driver said, you gonna make him walk? What? She's a white woman. Her name is Karen. Anyway, so they get to the apartment, whatever it is. People all outside. It's like, what's going on? What's going on here? They didn't walk up, and so it's some tradition or whatever that they welcome the mom and the baby home by slaughtering a sheep. Now at the door. Now I was like, I mean, okay. Now he said it's a big part of their Ethiopian tradition or whatever. It's a part of their culture. It's been up for generations and whatnot. I'm not okay. Now she's crying because she's watching them slaughter the sheep. I would not have watched. I would say, I had to be here for this. Can I walk away? I'm confused. But again, you know what I'm saying? This is the reason to carefully pick who you procreate with and what is their religion, their culture, their religion, and what do they practice within their. Because there's a reason I don't date certain people because I know what I would not want to have to deal with. Because I would not want them to have to change. And I'm not going to change either. I'm not getting no damn sheep throat sliced at my damn front door. No. So if I was to date someone who was Ethiopian, I would say, what do you practice? Y'all traditions or American stuff? Because I would not want to put anyone in a situation to where they are then forced to like not be themselves. Be careful who you get knocked up by when you fucking strangers in strange countries. Okay? Because you can fuck around and end up birthing a baby, and they gotta go home to a damn dead sheep at your fucking front door. Anyway, so I just want to rest. I'm just tired. I'm saying I'm just but they get to the house and his family is there. His aunts and his sister, like his elder aunts or whatever. And they like it's a tradition for them to like hug the baby. So they had the baby like in a little carrier or whatever, and so they're hugging the baby. I'm looking like, oh Lord. You can tell Ariela is aggravated because she's tired. She wants to rest. But again, this is their tradition. So if you do that, the baby's tummy won't get upset or whatever. They then get into the baptized conversation, and she says, well, no, we can't do that because they said that I have to be baptized and I'm not. Okay, so when Biniam explained it to the aunts then say, well, that's not true. The baby can be baptized on the father's side. You don't need the mom to be baptized in order to do it. So we can find someone who will do it. Now they say a christening, they said no, not christening the baby will be negative for their culture and their religion. Again, you have to respect other people's religions because at the end of the day, the baby is both. You know what I'm saying? You can't want someone to say, well, I'm Jewish, respect me, but you don't want to respect what they want to do. Girl, bye. Anyway, so they explained to Ariela, well, okay, look, the aunt's gonna go ahead and get it done or whatever. They're gonna get the christening because it can happen. And, well, I don't know. I'm just so like the baby came so quick. I'm like, no, the baby came 9 months. That wasn't quick. You may have went the labor part was quick, but you've known for 9 months that this man was an Orthodox Ethiopian man who would want. You knew all this shit, and I feel like she just wants to not do it because it isn't what she wants. And again, that's why she should have went to that sperm bank and got knocked up. Now, the auntie then said, you can hide from yourself, but you can't hide from God. Okay, so we're gonna find a priest, organize a baptism. We're gonna have, and that's that. Okay, that's that. I'm like, all right. And then like, girl, the aunts ain't having it. And Ari doesn't want to say in front of them that she does not want it. I'm like, okay. So when they leave, she said to him, like, I'm not okay with you, like, kind of pressuring me to do this. I'm like, that's the father. You know what I'm saying? You can't make it seem as if he's forcing you to suck a dick. It ain't the same. It's not the same. Anyway, he like, look, it's really important to me that he's baptized. I don't want much, but I'm saying this is really important to me. When they then sit and chit-chat about his name, he like, I'm just so, over it because I don't want to fuss about it or whatever. My 3-year-old son who has my name as his middle name, it's hard to like to think about that because I've not seen him in 2 years. But I really want this son to have my name and in my name. And I also am so happy that Ari gave me a new family. I'm like, I just want to know what happened to his ex-wife. So she like, look, I want to name the baby Aviel Biniam Shabri. It sounds like a girl's name. I'm gonna leave that, be it or not. And he like, you know what? If that's what you want to name him, it's fine. Biniam is in there. They'll call him Abby for short or whatever. He like, all I want is a baptism. That's it or whatever. So what I feel it. I don't feel right being pressured. I don't want to be pressured. Leave me alone. She then say, I don't want to get the baby baptized because it's not a part of my religion. She then said because baptism is about hell. I don't believe in hell, so I don't think to get them baptized makes sense because they're not gonna send no sweet innocent baby to hell. I'm looking like, oh my god. And he like, look, it's the only thing I'm asking is to allow my son to be baptized on my side, not your side, but my side. And she like, I don't want to raise him that way. I'm saying I'm not gonna teach him about heaven and hell. I'm like, she's so fucking draining. We then seems like it's a week later that she had the baby, whatever. They're going for the baby's first appointment, and the baby will also get a circumcision. So In the car, she's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want him, thinking I taught, no, that I manipulate, girl, what's that word? What is it? It's a word I'm thinking about, and I can't remember what it is. And it's mutilated. Bam. She was not wanting to think that she mutilated his body when he's old. I'm like, girl, cut that extra skin off. Okay, no one needs that damn turtleneck. Men should always get circumcised at birth. No one wants that extra ass foreskin. Leave it be, Jesus. Leave it be. Cut it off. And I'm like, it's just dumb. So they then bring up her break. It was a whole bunch of them talking. He had the feeling she don't agree. They don't agree on shit. On nothing. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Not in a damn hospital, whatever. And he's about to get circumcised. She's getting upset and pissed off. I don't want to do this with him. He should wait till he's 18. Like, we should not be met. I'm like, no one should get their dick cut off when they're older. And he said, look, it's better to do it now because he's so little, he won't really feel it. Like, he won't remember it or whatever. But she just keeps being so difficult. Like, whatever he wants, she don't want it. Everything he wants to do that's a part of his culture, she don't want it. She don't want him to, girl. She picked the name. She's a controlling white woman. And when the nurse comes and get the baby, to take the baby to the room to wait for the doctor to give circumcision, she's pissed. Where did she go? Who has my child? Why would you give me? I'm like, bitch, it's the nurse. And he's standing right there. You gave my baby to a stranger. I'm like, it's the nurse. It's the nurse. She gets on my fucking nerves. She then gets the attitude and she's rude to the nurse. Don't touch him. I'm gonna wrap him up and I'm gonna take him. She then wraps the baby up and leaves with the baby. And he like, what are you doing? And he trying to get the baby and she's like, no, don't touch him. Don't. So they're like, the baby's in the thing or whatever, and they're kind of like nudging each other a little bit, trying to both get to him. And he like, you know what, forget it, do whatever. He kind of gets mad and then she leaves. Fuck her. Peace.